Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and today we're doing a Blindsided Creation. However, there's been a small hiccup, and that is we just had a major power outage, and me getting started on this pattern was completely lost because this thunderstorm. So we've waited for the thunderstorm to pass, and but I've already seen this, so I'm just gonna copy some of this like so, and bring that over here, and we're going to put that to a new layer so we can kind of mess with it a bit. I want to rotate it counterclockwise, that's right. And let's move it off to the side a bit, and let's make it bigger. So yeah, I was already started on this. I was really kind of excited about the whole process, and then everything just went crazy. So yeah, all right. Now let me move this up a bit. So my thought on what I came up with is I want this to flip, go in the other direction. I think it has a real interesting look to it, and but I want it to flip in the middle. So I think we're going to go off this dark square here, and we need kind of an off-white to substitute in for the white. So that one comes into the middle and then kind of does like this little box thing, right? Mind you, I'm only going to concentrate on the right hand side because I can copy and paste it and flip it over. So let's see, we have the dark blue is right here, and then we have a color that's almost exactly the same as ours. So I'm going to use a green instead. I can change it back at the end, but for now, just so I can kind of see what I'm doing, I want that to be a green. So nope. That's those and this, and then this comes into the middle. Yeah, there's an awful lot of white in this design, which is kind of interesting. Kind of makes it fun. I kind of like the way that it looks like a drop shadow. Like this darker color looks like a drop shadow to the white. I think that makes it really interesting. I think that's a lot of fun. Okay, so this came in and makes its diamond. Oh wait, something's wrong here. These come off this. Something's wrong. One out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Four. These greens are in the same row with this. Oh. Oh, I see what's wrong. This is supposed to be here. And then there's a dark row this way. Got it. Okay. I'm like, something was off. All right. I get it now. Okay, so the single dark one there, the green comes around. There's a blue right here. I really actually got myself very confused for a moment there. That was weird. But yeah, so big thunderstorm. When the thunder hit, it was almost instantaneously turned out our lights. And apparently Mandy was out in the living room and right by the window, and said that she saw the lightning, and yeah, definitely made her jump as well. Wait, that's not right. Goes there. I need to slow down and watch what I'm doing. I think part of what's messing me up is the fact that I had already gotten to about this far when everything just stopped working. Everything went dark, and I very much would like to catch up to where at least I was. And yeah. I don't like this outer row. I don't know if I've said this recently, but I don't like the outer row on the generator from BraceletBook. My problem with it is, why does there a color in this place where there's no knot? It doesn't help in any way. Like, it's not good. Oh, it kind of ends on an interesting spot. That's cool. I like that. So, okay, so the green here has to have started at the very top. It's the only way the green could be up there. So now it's about, it's about trying to figure out the path for these strings. So this one could obviously just keep doing this to be the bulk of what the green is. But I think we have the opportunity to let them switch so that way one color doesn't get used too much. Yeah. So this way it just kind of rotates. As long as you don't make it zigzag somewhere, it'll switch between the two. Okay, so there's our greens out of the way. The next color has to be this white in order to have it up here. We could zigzag it to get this one, but I don't think that's what it does. I think there's two whites coming through here. And we know this would have to be the blue. Yeah. So like there's at least a couple blues. If we take out the easy ones first, it'll make finding out what's left a whole lot easier. Obviously there's quite a number of whites. So maybe if we find out where the blues, the greens, and all that go to, figuring out what's left will be a whole lot easier. So that was a blue. This is also a blue. It's quite possible all the rest of these are white, which is fine. I've got a lot of white thread. Oh, I'm not sure if I mentioned this. This pattern was sent to me by Minutecraft. I know I said that the first time around. I don't recall if I mentioned it since. All right. So the greens are all taken care of, the blues are all taken care of, and it would appear that everything else is white. So what I can do is I can select my color, choose our background thing here, go to our paint, select our off-white color that we're using, and hit fill whole selection, and now that all fills in. All right, and now put it back to similar colors, because if I don't, next time I go to use this, it will be a mess. All right, let's hide our preview, and you get our select tool and line that up onto the guidelines that we have. Control C, Control V, and then we've got the flip tool. Flip that to the other side and anchor that layer. Now grab our select tool again and select the whole top half. Control C, Control V, flip tool, go to our guideline and flip it the other way. Layer, anchor layer, and there is our bracelet. Oh, I think the middle is going to look really, really cool. I was not quite 100% on it, but now that I see it, I like it a lot. I think it's really cool. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get that made. I want to thank my YouTube members for making all this possible. Lots of string getting used around here, guys. And the fact that I have plenty to dive into makes me really super happy and really excited for what we're going to be able to do around here. So thank you guys so much for all the string. And yeah, if you want to become a member, it's easy. It's down there by the subscribe button. It says join. It's $5 Singapore or $4 USD, or whatever your currency is. It's equivalent to $4 USD. So there you go. Thanks for hanging out with me. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.